Hello everyone. It's Thursday again and it's Instagram live time. I'm again a little bit early, waiting everyone to join us. So today I have three amazing artists who will be joining me today in our conversation about how to stay positive and talking about how they're still creating and adjusting into this pandemic situation. It's tough for everyone. We're going through ups and downs every day. I myself, like last week, I was super productive. I was in my workaholic mode, always working every day. And this week, I was like, today I don't feel good. I'm staying in bed. I'm taking it easy, just relaxing. And like in a few days, I had a lot of energy. I was working a lot. So for me, it's like ups and downs and I can't predict, but I'm still enjoying it. And for today, I have two artists from Toronto and one artist from Montreal. So I'm super excited to know how they're doing. And hi, everyone. Thank you for joining my live. I've been really enjoying these conversations. They keep me busy and keep me happy and I'm just enjoying knowing how people are doing, how they're staying creative. So let's see if my first artist is live with us, and it's Amanda from Toronto. I don't think she just joined us, and let me add her to our call. Okay, go live. Hi, Amanda. How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm good. Welcome. I know this is your first Instagram live.
My first ever. Thank you.
So congratulations. And I love the paintings that are behind you. So colorful.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, these are the two that I've been working on the most since quarantine. So I thought I'd put them up.
Absolutely. So share with us how you're staying positive. What do you do? What you don't do during these times?
Sure. Yeah. So my studio is like a 45-minute transit ride away. So I haven't been going to my studio. So I brought some stuff home, and thankfully my partner and I have a spare room. So I've been able to turn it into my art studio, which I'm so grateful for. We actually had a bed in here and we threw it out because we were like, we need more space for art. But it's been good. I've been like allowing myself to kind of go with the flows. So some days I'm creating, some days I'm not. Some days I'm doing some stuff, a little smaller works and works on paper. And I've been experimenting with different mediums. So I've been working with pencil crayons, which I've been finding really relaxing to actually spend time working on like the shading. And then I've been doing some watercolor, mixing with like marker, and then just spending time slower on my canvases. So I've just like slowed everything down and have been okay with that. And that's how I've been able to stay creative, because I'm not putting pressure on myself to pump it out. I'm just going like with the flow, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. And how do you feel staying home and not like talking to people, communicating, staying even like we can stay in isolation because we're like you and your partner most of the time are together. That's it.
Yeah, it's hard. I mean, I'm an extroverted person. I love people. So I'm talking to a lot of my friends and family a lot and doing video chats, which is nice, but it's different than being in person. And it's been, yeah, so I've been finding that a bit challenging. I'm excited to hug other people again. I mean, I love my partner, but it'd be nice to hug other people too. And I feel like it's been good for my practice because it's actually allowed me to create from within as opposed to what's going on around me. But I'm excited for the burst of fast painting again that I know will probably come when I see other people, because I'll be excited and want to put that energy into my work. So yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Would you mind taking the work down and show it to us?
Sure, of course.
And talk about how you create what you create.
Yeah, of course. So I'll start with this one. This is the first one that I did in quarantine. And for this one, I've been doing a lot of circles on my work
Mm-hmm.
for like the past year. So I started off with this kind of like abstract sunset, and then I just filled in different spaces. So I kind of just take a long time looking at it and being like, oh, there's an odd shape in there. What color should I go?
Mm-hmm.
And this one I got inspired by the pencil crayons shading that I was doing. So I started trying to make a little bit more formed shapes,
Mm-hmm.
but then also a little bit translucent. So I did that one first. And then this one I'm still working on.
Okay.
Um, but I've been going really slowly on this.
Mm-hmm.
And what I've been really loving is using these whites, but using a lot of dry brush and like going over the same, like can't even tell you how many times I've gone over this.
Yes.
And normally I don't do that. I like leave a section, but
Mm-hmm.
for some reason I keep going over it, and I think it's adding to the softness of it and the like spiritualness of it. So I'm gonna keep continuing. And some days, to be honest, like one day all I did was this white strip, and
And that's okay.
I was like, I can't handle anymore. Yeah, so that's thank you for
Yeah, I
asking.
know like a lot of artists, they will paint and by the end of the day they will say like I don't like it, and they will just color over and
Yeah,
start again.
yeah, totally. I'm trying to like avoid that process because I've done that so many times. So I'm like, just do a little bit at a time and we'll see if it sticks.
Mm-hmm. And when you create, your works are abstract works. So how
Yeah.
you decide like where to put the line, what to depict?
Yeah, I really, it's like a feeling. It's like an intuitive feeling of where to go. Sometimes I'll start with a bigger mark, but I play a lot on the canvas, so I don't really use the palette to mix my colors very much. And sometimes I just put the tubes of paint directly onto the wood. And as you see, I also don't prime it, so there's a lot of marks that'll it'll seep through the wood in a different way, and then that'll lead me to different sections. So I kind of look at it on the whole, but then also in certain sections. But I don't do anything like, I know some artists and people have suggested this to me too, is like you put it on like a digital screen and you color it in to see what colors.
Mm-hmm.
I don't do that. I sit with it and I just envision it. And it comes to me, but obviously sometimes way slower than others.
Yeah, and how do you know when your work is finished?
Oh, that one I stare at it for a while too. And usually that is when I can look at every single section and I don't want to do anything different to it. So I appreciate every little part of it that I'm like, okay, there's no more work that can be done on this.
Beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
And we know that galleries are closed right now, but do you still apply for any calls for art or communicate with art professionals maybe?
Yeah, totally. Well, I'm a part of Kiwi Art Gallery, which I'm very grateful to be a part of and excited for that. And then I'm still doing a few art calls, trying to see what feels right in this time of slowing down. I'm also realizing that my practice is more than just painting, or more than just creating. It's also everything I consume and what I do with my day. So I'm really trying to, if the art call speaks to me, I'm trying to slow that down more as opposed to, oh, there's an art call, I should apply for it. I'm trying to sit with it and be like, is this the right art call for me? Does it feel good at this time? Just to kind of get a little bit more in alignment while I feel like we have this time to pause.
Yes.
I feel like it's really allowing me, without feeling hard on myself, that I can just not throw everything to the wall. I can be like a little bit more intentional about where my art is supposed to live, I think.
Absolutely. And we got a lot of comments. People love your works.
Oh, thank you, everyone. Appreciate that.
And what you would suggest other artists and people to do right now, how they can stay positive and continue creating?
Yeah, I think a good thing to do is to go a bit internal. Spend a little bit of time with yourself in stillness, and think about, why do you create the art that you create? What do you love about it? How does it make you come alive? And where do you want to take that? I think it's in the midst of all the wildness, it is actually a beautiful time for us to reconnect with ourselves and our passion without the expectation of the economy, because we don't really know where that's going. Hopefully in good places. But so I think the thing is, do what feels right for you. If it feels right to create every day and you don't even feel like you want to, but you feel better after, and that holding that discipline for you feels awesome, then do that. Or if you want to do like a little section like I do a day, and spend some time just trying to meditate. I've never tried to meditate before, but I'm trying to do it now. Then do that. I think instinctually follow yourself, and you can't go wrong.
And where do you find meditation tracks?
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Oprah Super Soul Sunday. So right now I'm doing a group that a friend of mine sent to me. It's 21 Days of Abundance, and it's through Deepak Chopra. So right now I'm starting on that journey. But it's tough for me. My mind is always going so many places. So I'm trying to really quiet down.
Beautiful. So Amanda, a lot of people wrote that they're enjoying enjoying our conversation, and they love your works and how you look at life.
Thank you. Thanks, everyone.
So thank you very much for joining my call today. I've been a big fan of your work, so please continue creating and share your talent with everyone.
Thank you so much.
And stay safe and positive during this time.
Thank you so much. Thank you for this. And I love working with you. And I love your earrings. I just need
Perfect. Thank you.
Okay.
Enjoy the rest of your day.
Okay. Bye, everyone.
Bye. So I hope you guys enjoyed our quick chat with Amanda. She's amazing. So check her Instagram for her beautiful works. And she's also part of Cafe Gallery that I've recently opened. So go to Cafe Art Gallery website or Instagram page and check Amanda's works and works by other amazing artists. So let me see if my next artist is with us right now, Sylvia from Montreal. So really excited to see what's going on in Quebec. So Sylvia, if you're live with us, please leave me a comment so I can find you. Let's wait for a minute, and if Sylvia is not here, we'll call our third artist. But otherwise, if you guys have any questions that you would like to ask to artists that I will be calling or myself, please write them down. And I hope that you guys are staying well and safe during this time. I know it's been almost 2 months now. 2 months for some people, a little bit less for other people who are staying home. Just slow down, as Amanda said, because we can't be super productive or overwork because we have more time right now. We also need to take care of ourselves, take care of our mental health and physical health too. So spend some time outdoors. If you can only go and spend some time on your balcony, please do, because it's mostly beautiful outside. Sometimes we have bad weather, but most of the time it was really good. So let me double check again if Silver is here. So she's not here yet. So let me call our third artist, and then we'll call Silver if she joins us. So I will call Fiona. So Fiona is from Toronto. Fiona Delbel. Hi, Fiona.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. I wasn't quite expecting this. I was listening and I thought, oh, I'm going to get a request any second. So I guess Silva's having a little bit of trouble with her connection.
Beautiful works.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
So tell everyone about yourself. What do you do? What's your style of painting?
Okay. Well, first of all, thank you for having me on here, and thank you for being
Absolutely.
so awesome. And thank you for having me as part of the Cafe Gallery. It's fabulous. I love it. My name's Fiona Delbel, and I am an abstract artist. I work in a variety of mediums, and I have a long background in decorative art and teaching other people how to create. I moved to Canada in 2014, and now here I am, full-time abstract artist, working out of my studio, which I'm sitting in right now here in Toronto, alongside my kids, the dog, the cat, and my husband, all packed into a tiny little house, but we're getting by.
Yes, absolutely. So I know that you have a lot of collections in different styles. So let's start talking about the one we see behind you.
Oh, this one. So yes, so this is a big boy. This is one of my favorite pieces, actually. So I show you that. That is oh my goodness, the name has just escaped me. No, but that is ink on canvas. It's part of my ethereal collection, and my ethereal collection is really about the looseness of fluid artwork, but also trying to kind of, I'm a big fan of negative space and trying to kind of keep that quiet and keep it in there, because my four collections are kind of, they're all the same, but they're very varied, they're very distinct. And this is the one that's calm, although this is kind of the bright one. There's lots of gold in there, lots of color, but it's a huge piece. I think it's like 48 by 60 or something. It's one of those ones that secretly I don't actually want to sell. I shouldn't say that.
It's beautiful.
Thank you.
So tell us more about how you're staying creative and positive now. I know you've been painting from your home studio, right? So you're still at home now and you create.
I'm still at home, and my studio's, this is where my studio always is. I think the biggest challenge for me, certainly the first few weeks of the stay at home and under the emergency situation, I found it really hard to be motivated to actually be creative. So I kind of stepped back, and like I spent a lot of time tidying my studio and going through all the paints and products that I have. There's like a limitation on some of my work because I can't actually get hold of some of the products that I need to create with, and I'm out of some of those. So that's forced me to get creative with some other things. So I'm like mixing like a I don't know, I'm like some sort of kitchen wizard and a chemist. I'm mixing all these different types of products together to try things, and drawing on my time as a decorative artist to really try and figure out what works. And actually it's given me the impetus to try things that I've been thinking about for a while but haven't got around to doing, because I'm thinking, why do I need to do that? I stick with what I'm good with. So it has been good in that sense, but at the same time I also haven't necessarily been that productive, and I think that's fine.
Absolutely. As long as you feel happy and comfortable and like it's time to take care of ourselves too and spend time with the family.
Exactly. And I've been challenging myself to kind of try things that I wouldn't normally try. So things that I wouldn't put for public consumption. Like I've been doing a bunch of self-portraits, which are not for really anybody to see other than me, but I quite enjoy the discipline of doing that as an abstract artist that really throws paint at the canvas, throws paint at the panels, and really kind of works in a very fluid and I guess a kind of intuitive way. Trying to pull that back and like do some drawing practice and really kind of do those small tight paintings. That's been really good for me. It's been good for me to think about color theory as well. But in terms of just general creation, I think it's all good.
Yeah. And have you been applying to any calls for art or talking to galleries about potential shows?
No, and I haven't really had kind of I haven't really thought about it too much because I've been busy with lots of other things. Obviously dealing with you and the Cafe Gallery has been fantastic, and we had the show at the Art Gallery, which is fantastic, and then everything kind of ground to a halt. And I know one of the things that I do know that's really important is that for lots and lots of artists, well, pretty much every artist around the world, whilst the shows have all stopped, the outdoor shows have all stopped, the planning is really hard to kind of work with. And that's stopped for everybody, but we haven't stopped creating. We keep creating, and there's nothing going to stop us creating or going back and looking at those old pieces. And when you were talking earlier, I was kind of laughing because you were saying about working on pieces and then hating them at the end of the day and painting over that. I probably do that more often than I don't do that. So one of the things that I've done, I like to keep in touch with my fellow artists, and I like to contact my fellow artists and have chats with them, see what's going on. And I started an art group here in my locality with a couple of friends a year or so ago. And so I don't know, have you seen the campaign we've started?
Yes, I saw the flyer, but I didn't get a chance to read it. So let us know.
So this is for any artist anywhere in the world, and this is something that I've kind of been thinking about, and in our group last week we kind of came to a conclusion as to how to do this. So we've created a campaign, and the hashtag is an artist lives here. So that's just hashtag an artist lives here. We've got a flyer that just literally says an artist lives here, and we figured that every artist should put that in their window, on their balcony, on their driveway, have a piece of art beside it, just to keep everybody in their communities, they can see a little bit of sunshine, a little bit of brightness. And like we see people doing the rainbow hunts and the bear hunts, and it's just to remind people that artists are in the community. We haven't gone anywhere, we're still creating. And if we can like put our picture up in the window, put a piece of art or a canvas in the window as people walk past, and it brightens their day, so much the better. So yeah, it's just beautiful. Hashtag an artist lives here. Any artist can do it, and I include like all mediums, all types of artists, and we should just do it.
Yeah, like why not use your window and create your own window gallery and to show your talent to everyone?
Exactly, as long as we're being safe and doing what people want us to do. Because it's one of the things as an artist, you create art and you want it to be seen. You want people to have joy from it. So it's nice to be able to do that in a safe way that works with the environment that we're in. So yeah, anybody can do that. It's just hashtag an artist lives here. And I'd love it if that got really viral and people all over the world started doing it. It'd be amazing.
Absolutely. And maybe let's finish by giving a piece of advice to every artist that are watching us or will be watching later, what they should do to stay on float now.
Okay. Market yourself. That's the, yeah, don't be afraid, don't be shy. By selling yourself, that's not a bad thing. You're selling something that you created that's beautiful. So don't be afraid to sell yourself. Don't rely on other people to do it. The only person that can sell you is you, whether that's to galleries, whether that's to outdoor markets, whether that's to applying for shows, or whether it's literally just putting a piece of artwork on an easel on your driveway so people walk past in your neighborhood and know that you're there. But you have to market yourself and you have to not be bashful about it. Nobody thinks you're showing off. You're just making people's days brighter by providing them with some beautiful images.
Absolutely. So Fiona, thank you very much for joining me today. I love your works and
Thanks,
I'm
Lisa.
a big fan of your practice. So please
thanks,
continue
Lisa.
creating
Thank you so
work.
much for having me.
Absolutely. Have a good day.
You too. Bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you, Fiona. I had a really good chat with her. So let me see if Sylvia is with us right now. And I also like Fiona's comment about market yourself. It's very important, even if you're selling your works through galleries. Galleries still want to see artists being active on social media, sharing what they create, being social. Because not every gallery will be spending a lot of time or effort on marketing, especially if it's gallery in a physical space. They have a lot of other things to do. And if you want to work with a gallery, they want to see some effort from the artists showing their talent to potential clients. So let me know if you have any questions. I will wait for a few more minutes to see if Sylvia gonna join us. And thank you everyone for watching this live. I really enjoyed all of the conversations throughout the weeks. I know some artists were super positive. Some artists shared how they stopped creating every day. They took a pause, took some time to spend this time with their family, took some time to just enjoy themselves, enjoy the slow time. Do whatever is good for you. Don't stress out. Thank you, Carol, that you need to finish this work today or by the end of the week. I really need to finish this work. Listen to your body, listen to yourself and how your body wants to, your body wants to be right now. If you feel a little bit lazy, it's okay. Like I mentioned earlier in this conversation that this week for me, I was going through ups and downs. Like today I woke up and it was rainy in Toronto and decided I will stay in bed till 3-4 o'clock because I really don't have a lot of things to do and I can do them later, and I'm allowing myself to stay in bed and just enjoy it. Because otherwise during other times I had to go to work or I have a lot of things, a lot of meetings, and I had no time to enjoy my time in bed. So I'm really grateful for this opportunity and this time. So let me check one more time to see if, oh my God, what is that? I think I just changed my screen to my wall. Sorry, guys. Okay, I'm back. So I don't see Sylvia. So if anyone would like to join me on this conversation, maybe send me a purple heart in the comments and I will call you. Even if I don't know you, if you've been following my page and would like to share your experience with everyone who's on the call right now, comment a purple heart in the comments and I will call you. Let's see who is very brave and would love to chat with us. And thank you everyone who is joining me. I know I had a third artist who was supposed to join us, but unfortunately she's not available right now. So maybe she'll be available next week or in the weeks to come. But I want to thank Amanda and Fiona for being with me and chatting with me today and sharing their experience. Hi everyone. I know it's been tough for a lot of us, but just stay positive. That's all we need to do. We need to work on our mindset and enjoy whatever is happening. Thank you, Amanda. Thank you, Fiona. Thank you, everyone, for joining me today. And again, next week, Thursday, 5 o'clock, I will call 3 amazing artists and I will tell you next week who those artists will be. If you want to be on the call, if you would like to share your story, direct message me. Otherwise, so you can find me on Curator on the Go Instagram. I also have a website, curatoronthego.com. I also recently opened an art gallery. It's Cafe Art Gallery. So if you go to my bio, you will see the tag to Cafe Gallery Instagram page. I have a lot of amazing local and international artists selling their beautiful works. Most of them are on canvas or wood panels. I also have some photography. Everything is original, so everything is one of a kind, all handmade by beautiful, talented artists that I'm proud to represent and work with. Can you imagine how we look? If you're talking about how, can you imagine how we look like looking at your picture? I can see how you look. So maybe rephrase your question. Or a lot of people, I know a lot of people are wearing pajamas all day right now. I can also spend my day in my pajamas and my husband will come and say, "What are you doing?" Not calling. Hi, everyone. So I will stop this live for today. Thank you again for joining me. Purple hearts. Thank you, Carol. The only reason I'm not joining is because I'm shy. You shouldn't be shy, and this is why I've been talking a lot on my Instagram about the importance of marketing. And Fiona mentioned today, like, you are the creator, you are behind your business, your art business. You need to share your personal story. You need to be active, and sometimes, like, you don't need to post selfies all the time on your Instagram page, but you still need to post one picture of yourself and share what's going behind the studio. I would like you to show my newly renovated studio. I would love to see it. So let me know if you would like me to call you right now. I would love to see. I know a lot of people have been renovating their homes, and a lot of people were trying to change things up because we spend so much time now at home and we want to feel excited about our living space. So if you're someone who's looking for a new artwork, let me know. Direct message me because I can recommend you some beautiful pieces from amazing, talented artists from Toronto, from Canada. I have a few artists from outside Ontario province and even from US. So let me know. No pajamas. I wear a business suit all day. I try my best to wear nice clothes, especially when I have my husband home. When he's at work, he has to work right now. Sometimes I'm a bit lazy. Sometimes I can allow myself to wear pajamas till like 6 p.m. and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. But of course, when I have to do some calls or when I work, like I try to put myself in work mode. Like I need to change my clothes. I need to feel comfortable, so I also wear some nice clothes when I work. Let me reach out to you by message for a possible interview in the future. From Montreal, beautiful. I would love to chat with someone from Montreal because I had an artist, Sylvia, who was supposed to join me today. She's from Montreal, so I would like to know how is the situation in Montreal because I know a lot of people like there. It's terrible with what's going on with COVID-19 in Montreal. But I know that kids are going back to school soon, and I would like to know how you guys are doing there. Let me check one more time. Maybe Sylvia is with us. No. Okay, so everyone, stay well, stay positive, enjoy the rest of your day, enjoy the rest of your week. I read in one article that we might see some snow this weekend. I hope not, because I really want summer to come so we can spend more time on our balconies. Thank you for supporting local art, Lisa. Absolutely my pleasure. As I tell everyone all the time, like, I want artists to thrive, and artists' well-being is my priority, and why I do what I do. So I don't here to take advantage of anyone or take advantage of artists in any possible way that can happen. So I put artists first and do my magic with the business side of artistic practice and the marketing side of that. I'm the only man on this chat. I don't know. But thank you for joining us. You're fabulous and have such great advice. Thank you. Thank you, Fiona. Thank you, Bonnie. Thank you, Ezra, for joining me. It's been my pleasure, and chats like this, they keep me afloat because I don't chat with a lot of people. Like I work from home on Kathy website, and I work from home for Arta, so I do some days for Arta too. Have a great weekend. Thank you, everyone. I'm willing to join the call, so let me add you. So guys, don't go anywhere. Let me try to add. I think it's Barb. Let's see if she answers. Hello. How are you?
I'm very good. I came in as I was eating and I saw that you were requesting someone to come on the call. And I'm in Montreal.
Beautiful. So tell us more. What's going on?
I just went to visit my grandchildren, and it was actually pretty cool because I haven't seen them in about a month. So I saw them on a distant call. We do calls quite often, but it was nice to be a little bit closer to them. They didn't come up to me, but anyhow, I'm probably going to be babysitting them in the next little bit. So yeah, so it's exciting. So I said, I'll join the call. I'll talk a little bit about my work.
Absolutely.
I'm
so
multimedia.
Share with us your practice.
So right now I'm making cards, but I do large pieces. I work with Yupo paper and alcohol inks. The pieces that are the end pieces of the paintings I started to make cards with.
Mm-hmm.
And it took off. All my friends were like, wow, those are so cool. And you can get a lot of detail in little tiny paintings. And I think you could see a couple of them here.
Oh my God, they're so
So these are,
shiny, cute ones.
yeah, so these are all my cards here that I make.
Mm-hmm.
So these are the end pieces. I don't know if you can see that.
Yes.
I should flip my camera around. And I've mailed out to everyone, all my friends and family members and friends of friends. I've mailed them a card and put in extra cards for them to give to someone to brighten up their day. And yeah,
That's
what I do.
So tell us more about how you're trying to stay creative during these times.
I don't have any problems staying creative. I've always been creative. If you have a look at my studio, you can see I'm multimedia.
Mm-hmm.
I started off by doing oil painting. And now I'm on Yupo. These are pieces that I'm working on.
Mm-hmm.
This is an encaustic piece that I worked on for a while, but I found encaustic to be very toxic, so I stopped doing it. These are all some minis that I work on, and I do acrylics. These are my cards. This is actually a dish tray, and I have a few of them so that I leave my cards to dry overnight, and then I do some work on them. All my markers. So I stay creative. Yesterday was actually the first day that I was bored. And I think what it was is that I'm just missing seeing my kids and my grandkids, and I can stay in here in my studio all day, every day. And I think yesterday was just the iceberg. It was just like the tip of the iceberg. I just I couldn't deal with it anymore. So I went out today to see them. So I feel a lot better. So I'm going to get back to creating. I have a couple of pieces in commission pieces that I'm working on. They're bigger, and I have them in the next room. This room here was actually my son's room, and when he moved out, I actually took it over and just started doing some work. So this is just my storage area for all the different materials. And then in the next room is an actual other storage area. So so that's it. That's what I do. I just started doing some scrapbooking with Tim Holtz. Never really thought that I would actually really do scrapbooking, but it's I guess kind of like meditative when you're working with paper and you're like journaling. Like the journaling thing I don't really get. I do it because I want to put some pieces together for my grandkids, and so I'm picking up some techniques as I'm going along. But it's a whole industry. The scrapbooking, I don't know if you've ever seen. So
yeah, but I really like that you experiment with different media, so you develop your practice and see what works, what doesn't work for you.
well, I'm right now stuck on Yupo, and I also bought a Cricut machine because I saw there's a artist in Toronto. Her name is Emily Carrier. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it right. So she was the one that actually gave me the idea. When I saw her pieces, she does them with vinyl and resin, and then her watercolors underneath. So I actually did my first one, and I'm not sure if I didn't mail it out. I think I did mail it out. So this is the butterfly that I did. And then it takes like forever to remove it from the piece. So you have to take out all the little everything that's white here is the actual piece that I took off. So this can actually be mounted on another piece. So here it is. full. So what I've done is I've taken a piece of tape and put it over the top of it. Can you see that?
Yes.
So yeah, all the little bits and pieces have to come out with a little tiny instrument that I bought with the Cricut. So it's fun, and I'm gonna experiment a little bit with it and do it on cards and just play. That's all it is for me, is just playing. So
Beautiful.
so that's it.
Yeah, thank you very much for joining us today and sharing your story.
No problem, no problem. I figured that, you were kind of like left in the lurch there. And it's kind of fun, like a lot of people are doing, discovering art, getting into it for the first time, and it's a good pastime to keep your head focused, and keep it positive, so you're not thinking about the world right now, because
Absolutely.
it's very scary.
Yes, stay safe, stay positive, and
Yes.
thank you very much again
Thank
for
you.
joining us.
Thank you very much for hosting me.
Beautiful. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you, Barb, again for joining us, and thank you everyone for watching this. Enjoy the rest of your day and stay safe, stay positive, and see you again next Thursday at 5. Bye for now.